So, you have been playing Rogue Tower for some time now. You probably already know that there are a lot of achievements about just Ballistas and Ballistas together with one other tower. But how do you do just Ballista runs? Isn't the starting tower by far the weakest tower in the game? How can you just win using that? Well, I am here to explain that and to convince you that the Ballista is actually the best and most versatile tower in the game. So, first of all, let's have a good look at this. This is the tech tree of the Ballista. The 3 cards on the right are +1 health, armor and shield damage. These are permanent cards that, once unlocked here, will always be active in-game, so we can ignore them right now. The tech tree of the towers in the game work like this. Once you have unlocked the tower under upgrades and pick the tower cards, then the first 3 upgrades become available. These will appear randomly as upgrade cards at the end of the round or from a chest. The Ballista and all of its upgrades are unlocked by default. With the 3 upgrades, you get +1 damage to health, armor and shield respectively. Once you pick one of those, you can continue the path and get +2 and then +3 extra damage in that category for a total of +6. Additionally, after the +1 upgrades, the status effect upgrades become available. With them, the Ballista deals additional bleed, fire and poison damage, up to +50%. Next up, after you pick the +2 upgrades, you will get access to some more powerful effects. After +2 health, you can get the frost bolts, which makes the bolts slow enemies by up to 10% of the damage dealt. And after that, the freezing bolts give a 3% chance to freeze enemies, making them stand still for a couple seconds. After the +2 armor upgrade, the longbow upgrades become available. With these, the elevation range bonus doubles, triples and then quadruples. So on a standard +3 location, the Ballista will instead gain a +12 range bonus, which is quite substantial. It also means that you don't get any bonus for Ballistas that stand on the ground. And finally, after the +2 shield damage, the mana bolts will be unlocked. These increase the base damage of all Ballistas. They stack up to +12 base damage, which is really strong, but also make the Ballista consume mana. The mana consumption depends on the base damage of the Ballista. One shot costs 10, 20 and then 25% of the Ballista's base damage as mana. However, this upgrade is also very dangerous, as when you run out of mana, the Ballistas will just stop shooting. And then there are also 3 +15 crit chance cards for a total of +45% crit, and the monster studies cards that give +1 additional damage in the respective categories. I usually like to go for the status effect, bleed, burn and poison first because of their regeneration inhibiting effects. As you can see here in this Ballista and Shredder game, I had no poison, and so these fire elementals, which have lots of shield and shield regeneration, can just walk through my defense. Next up are the frost bolts, then the longbow and the mana bolts. If these are not available, then I just pick whatever else is available, and I tend to ignore the monster studies cards for other cards, since +1 really doesn't do much by the time you unlock those. With all that said, let's jump into a game and try it out. So, I start with the first 15 Ballistas around the guaranteed house spawns. And broadhead bolts. 1 for extra health damage is already a good start. I would have also accepted +1 armor. My priorities are shield, armor and health. That worked for me, but you can play around with the priority function. I'm going to place the next couple Ballistas around this house. Next up is +1 shield. +2 health and another Ballista around the house. And +3, the health path is now complete. No Ballista upgrade, so I will take the haunted house. And here's another house to protect. Next up is 25% bleed damage. This will prevent health regeneration. %slow from the frost bolts. This upgrade is okay, but before the second one it's kind of underwhelming, so I would like to get the second one as quickly as possible. Okay, +2 shield damage. That will help us after level 15, but for now it's useless. And we will get a portal over here. Ah, perfect. Frostbolt 2 will make the slow actually useful. So, there are 2 ballista upgrades here, but I will actually take the mine now. I already have bleed damage and I don't need the extra crit chance, but the mine will synergize well with the haunted house. I just realized we never got any armor upgrades, so it's about time to get the +1. No ballista upgrades, but the university, so I will take that. Choice between burn or poison damage. I think I'll take the burn. Now that I think about it, poison is probably better because more enemies can regenerate shields. Oh wow. 4 ballista cards. Of course I will get the poison bolts. Like I said, they are really important, especially for tier 3 monsters. I'm going to make this ballista focus on most health to make sure that it only attacks Oogie, and that will slow him down a lot because we already have both slow cards. Now we have plus 50% burn damage, and in the chest I will get the Seance 1 card, and plus 25 bleed and plus 25 poison, of course. Seance card will be important for haunted houses. 4 more cards, definitely +3 shield damage because we will get a lot of enemies with shields now, and the rest is not so important. And then I'm just going to place a couple more haunted houses to get more money. Now that's difficult. With the exception of the Frostkeep, all of them are good, but I will take the Seance card for more money. And the chest, well, I will take the +3 tower health for more money from the haunted houses. The amount of money that the haunted house generates depends only on tower max health and tax rate, so more health means more money. Let's take the +2 armor damage. I don't want to be caught off guard against monsters with lots of armor in the next tier. And more haunted houses. A lot more. Should I get freezing bolts here, or I think sorcery 1 is better to get now so that I don't need to wait for it later, and slow but sure for more poison damage. Well, that's bad. I don't have any mana banks, so I will have to get the +50% crit chance. Sorcery 2 or Scholarship, both of them are okay, but I will go for Sorcery 2 because I want to get mana banks soon. Okay, so this is just a personal preference here. The +3 armor damage is probably better, but I really want to get more money, so the Seance 3 will be my pick. Now we get the longbow upgrades that increase the range of the ballistas. Of course, these are great. And the chest has vial consumption. I think the mana bank is a lot better, that's why I got vial consumption. Okay, here I will get sorcery 3, which will make mana banks better once I get them. Creeping Cough or Fortification. That's difficult. I will get this one for more slow. So, Longbow 2 for triple elevation bonus, and what do we have here? Well, let's take the monster studies and fortification. And now we have an occult shrine, which means we can build some universities. Also, since I don't have any scholarship upgrades, let's get at least 1% in every discovery chance. Well, now it's time to get the +3 armor damage. And we definitely need more discovery chance. So, let's have a quick break here to see our current stats. As you can see in the money section, the death tax is about to overtake the house protection soon, and we already have 38% of total damage coming from damage over time effects. And these are all of the stats of our ballistas: +8 health damage, +7 armor, +7 shield, 15% crit chance, height range bonus ×3, 10% slow, 50% bleed, 50% burn, and 50% poison. Do I want 15% crit or 15% crit? Let's go for 15% crit. And 2 more. I can't take the mana bots without mana banks, so I have to take bleed them dry instead. And that's the last plus 15% crit card. And from the chest I will take the scholarship card. No ballista cards here, so I will take the quality over quantity, since my tower already have a higher level, and 45% crit chance from the other cards. And there's another shrine here, so I can build 3 more universities. And finally we can get the mana bank. Let's just build a lot of them and hope for mana bombs soon. Savings account for more mana storage and production, and then we should also get more discovery chance. We already have +1 shield damage from the universities. And here as well. And more universities. Now, freezing bolts are mana bolts. I think I have enough mana banks for the mana bolts, so let's take those. And as you can see here, the Ballista now has a mana cost of 10% of its base damage rounded down. This one has 2 per shot, and this one as well. And more banks. And more universities. Eviscerate for extra crit. So now it's time to get the freezing bolts. And we need a lot more discovery chance actually. I only have +1 shield damage from them, and that's not good. It should be way more. Okay, now it's +3 shield damage. That's better. Trail of Blood or Mana Bolts? I go for the Mana Bolts too. They should cost 20% of base damage now. That means we definitely need more banks. A lot more. And more universities. Well, let's give everyone +5% extra crit chance. Or Trail of Blood. No, crit chance. Definitely crit chance. And And here we will get vial consumption 2. And that's the last mana bolt upgrade that will give us plus 12 base damage in total for 25% base damage as mana cost. So I'm just going to build a couple more mana banks to make sure that we don't run out of mana. Yeah, over here is fine. No more Ballista upgrades, so I'm going to take Bleed Them Dry. Okay, so now I'm going to take the next savings account card, which will also increase the mana production of the mana bank. As you can see here, it goes up from 3.1 to 4. And from the chest we get slow but sure. Wait, no, we get expunge, of course. Longbow 3 for maximum range bonus. So we go up from 9.5 on this one to 11. That's right. And plus 5% crit chance. Let's see, we can build a couple more over here. And a couple more mines. And here I will take Trade of Blood for more health damage. Since our opponents have a lot of health and very little from everything else. Nothing here is really that great, so I will just take extra shield damage. fortification or more burn? Let's take the extra burn damage. I'm going to take the next vial consumption for more shield damage. And yeah, now it's time for the last level. So let's prepare for that, and here we go. So this is the last chest. I can just take whatever, it doesn't really matter now. And now let's have a small showcase for the mana cost calculation. As you can see here, the mana cost goes up with more base damage. And that's it. We beat all 45 levels using only Ballistas. Here are the stats, and now you can try it too. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.